out and about. Our Athena Jones is with them covering this story for us. She said that this protest started at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn and is now in somewhere in East New York. These are pictures now from New York from our affiliate WABC. You can see an extremely large crowd of people out on the streets of New York City this evening. Of course, they're upset and marching about the charges that were filed against one officer in the Breonna Taylor case and not the other two officers who are involved. That the charges for the one officer not related specifically, I should say, to Breonna Taylor's death, but the way he conducted himself during the shooting that evening. I want to get now to pictures from Louisville, Kentucky. I believe we have two reporters who are on the scene there. And that's Shimon Prokopez and our Jason Carroll. There was a 9 o'clock curfew in Louisville, Kentucky. There are still people out, but the shooting of two police officers happening earlier. The police chief confirming two officers shot there. One is in surgery and stable. The other one is alert, not in surgery. They're being treated at a local hospital. Still people out on the street despite a curfew in Louisville, Kentucky. And there are protests also happening in Washington, D.C. and Atlanta, Georgia as well this evening, and we're keeping an eye on all of those protests. This is Washington, D.C., where our Alex Marquardt has been out reporting the protesters there. And in Atlanta, our Martin Savage is on the scene, keeping an eye on the protests for us there.
And Mattingly did nothing wrong, according to this indictment. It means that if you live in the state of Kentucky, if you were ever associated in any way with somebody who was caught in the criminal justice system, even if they are no longer associated with you and no longer live in your home, police have the full right and are fully within the law to bust into your apartment while you're asleep after midnight and start shooting and can kill you as long as they aim. Say it again. As long as they aim their weapon at you or at anyone in the apartment, they are within the law, according to this indictment, according to AG Daniel Cameron. Police then have the full right to kill you because they are investigating an association that doesn't have anything to do with you committing a crime. You haven't done anything. They're not even accusing you of committing a crime. Apparently, I'm not sure they were sure who was in the apartment. They're just saying that apartment is associated with someone who was associated with you. So sorry, if they bust in and they start licking off shots and you get killed, your death is irrelevant to the law in the state of Kentucky. Your death doesn't matter. Your life doesn't matter. This was a Black Lives Don't Matter ruling because they said that her life was irrelevant, that the life of her boyfriend who was in the apartment with her didn't matter, that he attempting to defend her was the crime. The potential crime was him trying to defend his castle. So the castle doctrine is wiped away when police bust into your home. You don't have the right to defend yourself. Don't have the right to survive. You don't have the right to have medical attention applied to you. These officers don't even have to try to save you. They can just shoot you. That is what I heard in this. Now, it didn't surprise me. I will say I have lost the capacity to be surprised. I'm never surprised anymore because here's the problem. The authority who will decide if your life is worth pursuing a case over is the partner of the police. Their partner who works with them to make cases, who works with them every day, who knows them by first name, probably sends them Christmas cards, knows who their kids are, their friend, their partner. The prosecutor will decide if your life matters. And guess what? In 99% of those cases, they will say it doesn't. That's what this ruling said this afternoon.
Joy, I appreciate your break.